All right, all right. Okay, Ohio State beats Grambling State 70-0. I don't even care about that right now. Also, who is that? Like paper tigers, paper lions, honestly. Anyways, what are you Clemson, not even Clemson. Dabo. What are you doing? You are losing to Troy. Troy. Like, is Ohio State really that good? Was Ohio State that good in 2020 when they just sent you off into irrelevance for the past 5 years? Have they? Like, they beat you that bad that you can't even beat Troy. Like, Clemson was supposed to be on a collision course against this can't even see it. This team right here, Penn State, who just had to suffer through FIU. Like, it's 34-0 was the final score. Penn State did not dominate that game. I don't want to hear anybody else say that. This moron's probably going to say that they did. What? I don't even care. They didn't. If you watch the game, they didn't. Especially in the first half. They were struggling with FIU. Anyways, Clemson. You are losing to a school that, up until recently, their name was more known for the movie than the actual school. Like, this is non-conference play. You're not even in ACC conference play yet. And you're losing to Troy. And it's not even like, oh, you're only losing by 3 points. You're losing like by 2 possessions. What are you doing, Dabo? Cade Klubnik, I was honestly really high. As a Browns fan, I wanted him to succeed. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Drew Allard looks more like a franchise quarterback than Cade Klubnik does. Like, they lose. Okay, so Clemson, they go from being in the playoff, getting destroyed by a team that they owned for the out of the 20 teens, and they get destroyed by Ohio State after Dabo says that they're the number 11 ranked team in the country. Blah blah blah. We already know that. Trey Sermon. Yada. Anyways, Ohio State blows them out. Clemson has never, up until last year, Clemson did not make the playoffs since. So, what are we doing? And now Clemson is back down to this downward trajectory that they have lost more games every season. Clemson lost 2 games in 2020. They lost 3 games in 21, 4 games in 22, I believe. Maybe 3 games in 22, 4 games in 23. Anyways. And then they come back and do what they do in the playoff. They beat SMU in the title game, blah, 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 blah. We all thought that Clemson was kind of off of this and back on the rise. No, you are losing to Troy. I don't even care if you win this game. You're not making the playoffs with this. You really think Clemson's going to make the playoffs in an ACC? I know the ACC is not great, but they're better than Troy. You're not beating Louisville if you play like this. At Louisville? No. Nope. Like, Clemson, I don't know what. You better get your crap together. So, Clemson goes from being a playoff contending team every single year. If they made it or not, they're still contending for the playoffs every single year. And they go from that, being a national champion every other year, competing with Alabama, to getting blown out by Ohio State, to then losing to NC State, to then losing to Louisville, and then you lose to LSU in week 1. A LSU team that has not won a week 1 game since 2019, aka the year they won the national championship, against a Brian Kelly coach that was basically gifting you the game away. And now you're losing to Troy, who I consider myself a college football super fan. I can't name one person on that Troy team. I don't think most people can. You can go look it up now because they're beating Clemson. But before this week, no one knew who Troy was. Like, who predicted Troy to win? Troy fans probably didn't even pick them. If we keep it close, we'll be fine. No, they're beating Clemson, and I'm pretty sure it's in Clemson. A home field advantage that was supposed to be one of the best home field advantages in all the sport had the longest home winning streak until they lost, and I think that was 21 or 22 when they lost to South Carolina. They storm the field every time they lose a football game, which is one of the dumbest traditions ever in sports. In sports. Not even college football, sports. That they rush the field every time the game's over, and they do whatever they do at the paw or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Dabo is the biggest idiot. And honestly, I'll even say this. There was a time when I was younger, I hated Clemson more than I hated Michigan. And now I can't say that anymore, obviously, because Michigan has beaten us for the past 4 years. But Clemson's not even a threat to us anymore. Like, what is that? Troy? Really? I wish I had the score pulled up. I don't, because I'm an idiot that didn't plan this. But, like, and also, Oregon looked really good against, Oregon looks really good. But it's Oregon. Who really cares at this point? Ohio State should have beat them not once, but twice last year because of the stupid offensive pass interference. Whatever. This is ridiculous. I don't even know where I'm gonna go. Let's talk about Ohio State now. Ohio State looked really good in the second half. So 70 points. I think that's the first time Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken, has scored 70 points since like the Oregon State game in like 2018 with Dwayne Haskins. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but like that, it's been a while since Ohio State has scored that many points. I know Grambling State's an HBCU, I think, and if not a lower classification school, but 70 points is a lot. Run defense looked okay in the second half. Keen Holtz looked like the backup quarterback. I don't really know why that competition lasts so long. I think Keen Holtz is kind of like, he's like a Dylan Gabriel almost. It would be really good as a coach, but I don't know if he's got the actual physicals for playing quarterback at a high level. Sayin is just, he's inexperienced. He hasn't been in the system as long as Keen Holtz has. So that's why probably. But yeah, Keen Holtz looked okay. I really didn't pay attention to St. Clair that much. I was kind of zoned out after that. But like, yeah, it's just how. Also, this clown, Garrett Nussmeier, or Luke Altmaier. I almost said Garrett Nussmeier. I think that's LSU's quarterback. Luke Altmaier. How is Illinois ranked in the top 15? Answer me. Like, Indiana, at least last year, I don't think they deserved to be a top 10 team when they were. Or even at the top 5. I think they were 5 or 3, something like that, when they played Ohio State. And they're more deserving to be ranked than Illinois is right now. I know it's only week 2 and blah, 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 blah. But they were in a dogfight with Duke. The team that Riley Leonard carried to a win over Clemson in week 0. I completely forgot about that. Dabo, you're horrible. Clemson needs to fire you immediately if you lose this game to Troy.